Let's talk about Netflix. So, what if you could collapse a building on screen 10 times faster for a fraction of the cost? Netflix just did that. So, for the first time, Netflix has used Gen AI to create final on screen visual effects in one of its original shows. The scene was a dramatic building collapse in a show called I don't even know how to say this, Eternaut?
I think
Eternaut?
that's right. Either
I
not or not.
I have not watched this show. It's an Argentine sci-fi series, which is not actually my genre,
It's not
but
your
maybe I'll
genre of
have to
choice.
it's not
Okay.
my genre, but I'll have to check
Noted.
it out. According to Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos, the scene would have been too expensive and time-consuming using traditional methods, but with Gen AI, their VFX team completed it 10 times faster and within their actual limited budget.
This seems like a big moment for AI in Hollywood. I mean, I know we talked about behind the scenes, rough footage, but this is like final production in a show on Netflix. That seems like a big deal.
It is a big deal, and of course, there's been a wave of scrutiny around Gen AI in entertainment. There was the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strikes to Tyler Perry's $800 million studio pause in 2024. AI role in Hollywood has been, sparking fears and debate about job displacement, questions about creative integrity, so on and so forth. But the co-CEO here was clear that for shows without blockbuster budgets, the Gen AI tool is actually essential. It's not a shortcut, it's a lifeline to actually getting the creative thought out there.
Yeah, I think this was the really interesting perspective that I think we've leaned into a lot in this show, which is kind of a tool for artists, and it actually unlocks a lot more capabilities and opportunities than it necessarily removes from people, particularly in the high budget, the films. It's not taking people's jobs away; it's helping artists express themselves in different ways, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I totally agree, and we're not alone in having that thought. Other industry voices are saying similar things. So Crave FX's Davier Yoon says you should think of this shift not about replacing an artist, but about giving the artist a more expansive toolkit. The AI isn't what's actually driving the creative result. It's just making the idea more accessible and easier to get out on screen. And, when 122 million view series like Squid Games is giving you quarterly profits at 3.1 billion, like Netflix is experiencing, they clearly see efficiency and scale as their future.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool. I love this story, and to me, it really does. Those 2 points are critical, right? Like, how do you let teams with smaller budgets actually produce the kind of content that we wanted? And we all love the visual effects, but like those things are so expensive. Like you see how much effort goes into whether it was scale models or 3D models online. Like they're really complicated and expensive to produce. And now being able to unlock for smaller teams the kind of capabilities of doing that. I think that's a really interesting development and generally something you'll see in AI, unlocking bigger capabilities with smaller budgets. And then it's a tool that the creative uses, I think is another great takeaway from that, many AIs are just like, this is a cool tool. And now I can express myself in a way that was inaccessible to me before. And I could put this cool scene in my movie or my show that just like, I don't have the budget to blow up a building, but with Gen AI, I can do that. And now I can have that in that scene. I can expand my storytelling. So pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.